Welcome to a SimCenter AimSim Student Edition tutorial discussing supercomponents. This is a continuation of the first video that covered what a supercomponent is and how to design them. If you are unfamiliar with those topics, please watch that video first, whose link is in the description. Moving forward, this video will touch on how to create custom libraries, how to save supercomponents to a library, how to work with the supercomponent's parameters and variables, and additional organizational operations within AimSim. The model being used is from the thermal wall demonstration, which examines the heat transfer within an exterior wall through the course of a summer day. Opening the supercomponent within the model, let's look at the third option at the top of the Supercomponent Edition menu, Category Saving. This menu allows a user to assign the open supercomponent into a library, also known as a category, as well as assigning it a submodel. The first subsection within the menu, labeled Component Icon, allows the user to assign the supercomponent into a current or new category. The Category tab allows the user to select the desired library to save the supercomponent. Options are available from the dropdown to store it into a pre-established library or save to a user-created one. Creating a user-defined category can be done with the plus button next to the dropdown or through Sketch, Category Settings, Add Category. A File Explorer window will open first to specify the location to save the category. Next, windows will appear to enter in a name and title within the library tree for it. Lastly, an icon designer window will appear to create one that will display with the name in the library tree. The new category is now present in the library tree and can be selected from the category dropdown. Next, a name and description for the component are needed, which will appear with the component within the library once completed. With all the needed criteria done, the Save option will become available, and after selecting it, the status will change to reflect this. The Select from Category option works similarly to the option with the same name within the Component Icon tab, where an icon for a pre-established component with the same ports can be selected, and the category will be changed to be the same as the one the icon is present in, while also changing the name in the description to reflect it. When done this way, the supercomponent will be present as a submodel within the current component. The second subsection in the Category Saving tab is Submodel and Properties. Changes here cannot be saved until the component exists in a category. This section is used to create and save a submodel that will be kept within the supercomponent created. Essentially, the component is used to be placed onto a sketch, while the equations behind it are assigned from the submodel, making it necessary to define both. The submodel in this case will be what the contents of the supercomponent are, keeping the parameters assigned to them. The name assigned here matches the name given to the supercomponent within the Properties tab. A description can be given as well. Both of these can be viewed within the model through the Set Submodel window, as the component name and description are separate. The storage directory will automatically be set to the same folder the component is located in as well. A new image too can be set for the submodel. We will ignore encryption as it is not included within the Student Edition. Similar to the previous subsection, selecting Save will confirm the information entered, and the status will change to say the component exists, making the supercomponent accessible from the new library to be used for new sketches. Moving to a new model, the supercomponent is available to be placed from the created library, and when opened in parameter or simulation mode, the components within have the same parameter values as the original. A user-created component or category can be removed using the same method as creating one, by going to Sketch and Category Settings. Removing the component needs to be done first, before removing the category, and both can be added back within the same submenu, just in the reverse order. Now looking at the parameters and variables of the supercomponent while in parameter or simulation mode, nothing will appear. Changing this can be done by opening it while in one of these modes. Rather than having the Supercomponent Edition menu, new windows are present, titled Exposed Variables and Exposed Parameters. Within each, values of the respective type from components within the supercomponent can be dragged into them. What is brought in can always be deleted by right-clicking, and there is also an option to create groups for better organization. This allows the user to change parameters of these components without having to leave the main model and evaluate specific variables as well. After completion, moving to the main model shows each of the desired parameters and variables present within the supercomponent. Another user decision may come up when creating a supercomponent while global parameters are used within the components selected. After creating the supercomponent, a pop-up will ask how the user wishes to translate the parameters within these values between three separate options. The first is to replace with values, which will eliminate the global parameter expressions used and replace them with numerical values that they represent. The second is to keep references, which will not replace the expressions, but they will refer to global parameters established within the main model, and will not translate across to other models until global parameters are recreated within them. The last option is to create supercomponent parameters, which will create global parameters within the supercomponent. The expression names that are used for parameters will change as well, to have a suffix that corresponds to it being used within the supercomponent. These parameters are on a local level, as they are restricted to the supercomponent, and if edited, a pop-up will ask if the user wishes to change them from supercomponent parameters back to global parameters on a system level. These supercomponent parameters will move with the supercomponent across models. One last trick for supercomponents involves accessing those who have their submodels saved to a component. Accessing them without having to add them to a sketch can be done under the Sketch menu and then Available Supercomponents. Here, a window will open that displays all of the saved submodels for each icon and where their catalog is located. They can also be edited directly from this menu by highlighting the respective submodel and selecting Open. And with this concludes this tutorial series covering supercomponents. Thank you for watching.